All right. Good day. I'm Miss Davis, and welcome to the 2018-2019 school year. When I was preparing my class for you guys, trying to find things to put up on the wall, and just to make it come out and pop or whatever. And I had this in my this tree in my arsenal of things, okay? And so I didn't create this tree. This tree is actually from the seven habits tree, okay? And so I decided I was gonna put it on this door. And I was like, no. Let's put it on the door. And it's for a specific purpose for this, that we're gonna put it on the door, and we're gonna talk about that. My neighbors have pine trees, okay, in their yard. They have pine trees. And so, messy pine trees. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about my neighbors. But anyway, but I noticed that from that pine tree, there's another pine tree that just started growing in my backyard, okay? And it's a beautiful, beautiful pine tree. It really is. I just hope it doesn't turn messy like their trees. But anyway. And so it got me to thinking that you guys are here. I don't know why you're here, but you're here. Just like my neighbor's tree ended up causing what? Another tree to form, right? And so, never mind how the tree got there. Never mind how you guys got here. But you what? You're here, right? And if you look at this tree right here, when a tree starts to grow, a tree doesn't start growing at the top. It starts growing where? From the bottom. Okay? And so right now, we're all right here. Right now, we're all at the stump level because this is our first day of school. And we are this stump. Okay? And so we're going to start at this stump, and then we're going to grow, and then we're going to begin to what? To branch off. Right? That's just the way life is. But everything in life starts at the bottom, and everything in life starts with a what? A foundation. And that's what I want to get you guys to understand. I want to build a foundation in you on starting from today, all right? And then once you leave from here, then you're going to go branch off some. You're going what? Back to Como, South Side, North Side, Karen Crow, Acadiana, Lafayette High. You're going to go your own different directions, right? But we're all starting at the stump. Now, check this out though. So I put these questions up here. What kind of fruit will you bear on the tree when you leaves? No, that's bad English, but that's good teaching for right now. All right? So because we have what on a tree? We have leaves. All right? But we just don't have leaves on the tree. We also have fruit, and that's the hints. That's why you wrote your 8th goal as being what? On a fruit. And so when I finish this presentation, then I want you to come and put your fruit on this tree. Miss Darby's going to put her fruit on the tree. I'm going to put my fruit on the tree because I too have goals as well, right? Okay, so now let's just talk about this tree for a minute. So this tree is growing up. And just notice that this tree right here, it just didn't stay going what? Straight. It started doing what? Branching off. Branching off. Okay? Another aspect of the tree. Meaning that we all start in here, but some of you are going to be here what? 45 days? Some of you are going to be here what? 20 days? Some of you are going to, you see where I'm going? So that's where you stop, and then you branch on out. You branch out. all right? And then you go back to your school. But I just don't want you to just go back to your school and be the same person that you were when you came here. I want you to be a different person. Whatever's on that fruit, on your fruit, that's what I want you to bear. Not only while you're here, but when you go on, okay? And so my goal that I have for this year is to help my students to reach their goals while they are here and when they leave. So I'm not just going to be your teacher while you're here. I'm going to be your teacher to make sure, and I'll be, calling and checking on you, calling your parents and making sure you are what? You're reaching those goals and you're striving for those goals. Because when you walk through 406 today, and I've shared this with all of my students since I've been teaching. When you walk through these doors, or wherever school I was working at, you're not just my student while you're here, you're my student from here and beyond. Okay? So that means I want to go to your graduations. I want to go to your games, or whatever you decide to do and you invite me to. And if I have the power in me to do it, I'm going to be there, okay? Because you will always be my student. It may not be for 180 days. You better not stay here 180 days, but I don't care if you're here for 5 days. You're going to always be my student, and hopefully I will always be your teacher, okay? And I mean that from my heart. A lot of kids don't take me seriously when I say that, but I really, really mean that, okay? And I like to keep up with my kids. So, but anyway, and when I say kids, I'm talking about y'all, okay? But anyway, so what kind of fruit are you going to bear when you leave from here? And notice here, like I said, we started off at 0, first day. And then we branch off and say, okay, well, I've done my 20 days. I'm going on. But notice how the branch is formed off. It starts here, and then it branches off to go somewhere else. Okay, so that means that who are you going to impact in your life? This little branch is not just for you. Who are you going to influence around you? Okay? Another thing. With fruit, any fruit tree. Can fruit stay on the tree for 100 years? Once they get ripe, we need to do what? We need to take them off. We need to pick them, right? So, but what happens to a fruit when it stays on the tree? It becomes what? Rotten. So the longer you stay here, you're going to turn what? Right. Moss is not a school where you want to stay for 180 days. Okay? You need to reach that goal, do your time, and then what? Pluck that fruit off your tree, because you're going to put your fruit on the tree. Okay? Today you're going to come up and put your fruit on the tree. But when you walk out this door for the last time, I want you to take your fruit with you. You understand? Because if you leave that fruit on the tree, it's going to turn what? Rotten. And I don't want that. I want you to take that fruit, and then you're going to do what? You're going to bear more fruit. Does that make sense? All right, so who remember the last question for number 8, what it was about? about goals, right? All right, and some of you had wonderful goals. All of you had wonderful goals. Ms. Darby, you care to share your goal?
My goal is to strive for greatness in every area of my life. I plan to work harder to become who God has positioned me to be in everyday life.
Okay, very good. Very good. You want to read yours? No? Okay, graduate. Very good. Very good. And Ms. Davis is going to help you to reach that goal. Okay? Because it is attainable. All right? Any questions? All right. That concludes this presentation. Thank you.